The most news in the morning. CNN's American Morning. Weekday, 6 a.m. Eastern.
We hear it all the time. Talk radio, especially conservative talk, is so powerful. Some say it's made our country viciously partisan. Some also say it's become so influential it can actually determine who we elect to public office. Over the next 3 days, our goal is to examine if that's all really true. Today, a look at who's listening to talk radio and why.
WHP 580 and WHP580.com. Now, back to Bob Durkin on WHP 580.
It's 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon, and Ira Wagler, a self-described libertarian, is finishing up his workday with WHP's conservative talker, Bob Durkin.
You're talking about life and death.
Bob Durkin, what do you like about him?
Oh, Bob is a fireball. I really like him. He gets things stirred up locally.
Boring, everybody. Nobody cares.
I don't understand it. I'm sorry to bust your bubble here, okay? I don't understand it. Nobody understands it except you.
Loves to go off on tangents. I love to listen to him. I agree with, most, not everything he says.
By the time Durkin's show hits the airwaves, Wagler has already been listening to WHP's all-conservative lineup for more than 8 hours. R.J. Harris in the morning.
That's what America's about.
Then Glenn Beck.
America has made a difference.
Rush Limbaugh.
All of this is just absurd.
Bob Durkin.
They're all liberal to begin with.
And Michael Savage.
Go whine in the streets and leave me alone.
It's the kind of intense loyalty conservative talk radio attracts far more than liberal talk. 10 of the top 11 radio talk shows are conservative. The king? Rush Limbaugh, with 15 million listeners.
It's all fake. With the Obama crowd, nothing is real. It is all a lie.
Psychiatrist Gail Salt says Limbaugh's style appeals to those who feel they have no voice.
He's essentially kind of operating like the bully. And if you're on the playground, do you want to be the bully's, under the bully's wing and go along with him and get, therefore, some power by proxy too? Or do you want to be left out alone on the playground where, who knows who's going to take you out?
Salt says conservative talkers are more popular than liberal talkers because they attract the kind of person who likes strong, aggressive messages.
Hi, WHP. Glenn, hi.
WHP's Bob Durkin.
The average conservative is an A personality. The average liberal is a B personality. B personalities generally are more compassionate, more low key, more.
Now, so you're making those things sound bad. What's wrong with compassion?
That's nothing's wrong with it. I'm compassionate. I'm just saying that's what their priorities are, and they're boring. They're just frankly boring, and I think that's why they're failing.
It's Friday, you bastards!
Randy Rhodes, who many consider a liberal talker, says bull. She says liberals may have more empathy than conservatives, but the reason they don't passionately listen to liberal talk radio is access.
91% of talk radio is conservative.
According to Talkers magazine, liberal talkers fill just 9% of the nation's news talk radio on the commercial dial. Change that, Rhodes says, and liberal listeners would listen just as much.
You got to realize that people are listening for two reasons. One, they have no choice, and they might just love talk radio, like me. I just love it. And the other thing is they love to be angry.
That angry part is something Ira Wagler can relate to.
I trust no politician in this world, and that includes Republican and Democrat. I know what I believe. You show me where I'm wrong, I'll consider it.
And since more people listen more passionately to conservative talk radio, a little bit more about those listeners. They are mostly conservative, better educated, and more affluent than the typical listener. And they are engaged politically. According to Talkers magazine, 74% vote. In light of that, does that make talk radio powerful politically? We'll examine that issue tomorrow.